Central Kentucky Addiction Recovery Center is asking for help to highlight an important time for people facing addiction.
Advocates with the Isaiah House say summer is a time when the year when people who are battling addiction simply don't reach out for help. They talked with WKYT's Lucy Bryson to explain why and how you could possibly help the situation. Our top story at 4:30.
As the temperature begins to rise, so do the number of first-time drug users. Officials at the Isaiah House shared that the number of first-time drug users begins to increase in the summertime, but people are less likely to seek treatment. And it comes from people having a relaxed attitude towards serious issues in the summer.
I think it's because everybody's getting together and gathering more. You've got more lake parties, more family outings, barbecues, those kinds of things, to where in the wintertime they're, like you said, more isolated. With this, everybody's coming together.
Admissions counselor shared with me today that unfortunately this is a trend that they've seen, and in the warmer days of 2023 they're already starting to get less calls. In Harrodsburg, Lucy Bryson, WKYT.
And the Isaiah House is urging people who are looking for help to call their personal hotline for assistance any time of the year. You can find that number and more resources on our website. Just click on the story on WKYT.com.